Hey class, welcome to week 5 of Psych 255. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. I know we're coming close towards the end as we keep inching away towards week 7. This last week you did a outline. Please make sure you read my feedback. Very, very, very important. If you see any deductions or that I didn't accept your sources, then you need to really get in contact with me quickly because in the directions it did require using the GCU library. You can use the course and topic material stuff, but do not use websites. Okay. By now, especially Psych 255 and on up, you're not going to be allowed to use websites. So don't do that. Okay. This week, you're going to go towards the humanistic approach. Now, humanistic approach is actually counter traditional psychology. So you could look at traditional psychology as negative psychology or abnormal, which talks about mental illness, the mental part of psychology, why behavior, with Freud and all them, why behavior is created, and it has more of a negative tone, whereas humanistic psychology actually looks at the individual as a whole, and actually goes more towards free will, self-efficacy, and self-actualization. So some of those theorists that are in humanistic psychology you'll learn this week are ones that are actually like Rogers, Maslow, and Frankl. Those are three of the last names. Maslow has a pyramid, okay, which actually where individuals focus on basic needs. You'll see posts in class from my conversation starters going over these three theorists and dives a little bit more into how you can connect them to your life. Okay. So as instead of trying to understand, like from Freud's perspective, why human behavior is negative, why human behavior is created in those neo psychoanalytical theorists, and that that point more towards why human behavior can be conditioned. This is how individuals can actually self-improve. Okay, so it's more what's called positive psychology. Okay, so you'll go through that this week with these assignments. All right, make sure that if you are using sources in your discussion that you are citing, and also make sure that you are only using the GCU library like I stated. Okay. The assignment this week on Sunday is a PowerPoint presentation slide. I'm going to repost the requirements on what a actual presentation is supposed to look like. Please follow the requirements. It's very basic and simple. Just want to make sure you follow the directions and requirements to earn the best grade possible and more importantly learn. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'm going to post this tutorial on what to do for that humanistic personality analysis PowerPoint presentation. Please let me know. Okay, the study material does go over a lot of the stuff we're going to be talking about. Maslow's, Rogers, Frankl's, all those are going to be in there. Okay, and you're going to learn a lot more about the theories and get into a discussion about self-actualization, which is an interesting concept. It's basically saying that the person has met a point in their life where they don't have any more needs. They don't need, everything's fulfilled. Once you read that, you start to kind of think there's no way that's possible. But then some students actually read Maslow's theory and model, and you think, well, maybe they can be satisfied enough to reach self-actualization. So it just depends on your viewpoint on that. But make sure you take a look at the study material because a lot of that stuff is going to point towards your DQs. Chapters 11 and 12 are this week. And in the reading source, there is also more information about humanistic psychology. Okay. All right. And talks about Rogers and Maslow and dives a little bit deep about self-esteem. And so take a look at this stuff. This stuff really applies today in today's world. It also applies to probably what you're going through right now. So please feel free to ask me any questions, and I hope everybody has a good week.